Hello everyone, welcome to IITN's GATE classes. So today's session we are going to see the GATE 2021 solution of the circuit theory for electrical branch. So let us then begin today's session. So the first question that was asked, it was a 1 mark MCQ type question, very simple question. For the network shown, the equivalent Thevenin voltage and Thevenin impedance as seen from terminal VAB is. Okay. So first calculation of V Thevenin, or what we known as V open circuit voltage also. Okay, open circuit voltage. Why? Because we open circuit the terminal from which we want to calculate VTH. Okay, so let me draw the equivalent circuit. So let me mark this two position as VTH. Okay, this is 2 ohm, this is minus plus 3i. What kind of source is this? 10i1 and 5a. So this is current controlled voltage source. Okay, current controlled voltage source. So I need to calculate VTH. So you can see what this is open circuit. So current flowing through this branch, it will be 0. So VTH, if I apply KVL starting from here and then here, so what it will be, VTH is equal to 3i plus 10i. So VTH is equal to 13i, equation 1. Now you can see what 0 current is coming from here, 5 ampere. So current from this branch will be 5 ampere. Okay, 5 ampere. So I1 is equal to 5 ampere. Just put it here. Not I1, yes, I1. So this is I1. So VTH is equal to 13 into 5, that is your 65 volt. Okay. So 65 volt we have only in option B. So directly we can mark option B as our answer and move forward to the next question. But as here I am solving, so I will also calculate RTH also. Okay. So now calculation of RTH. So for RTH having dependent source, we know what RTH means, when a circuit has dependent source, at that time RTH is basically what? RTH is equal to VDC by IDC, ratio of VDC by IDC when all independent sources are 0. All independent sources are 0. So let me redraw this circuit once again. So independent sources to 0. So this will be 0. So that means what? This will be open circuit. This current source is independent current source. So this will be open circuit. And here we have VDC by IDC. Okay. And this is 2 ohm. And this is minus plus 3 I1. And this is also I1 and 10 ohm. Okay, so you can see what IDC is equal to I1 because from here 0 ampere is flowing. So if I apply KCL at this node, you can see what IDC is equal to I1. So let me apply KVL in this loop. So it will be what VDC is equal to 2I, sorry, I have written IDC in capitals. So IDC, 2 IDC plus this is 3I1 and I1 is equal to IDC. So 3IDC plus 10IDC. So VDC by IDC comes out to be, it is equal to your 15 ohm. So you can see this is also coming out. So option B is your correct answer. Okay. So the next question given is, in the given circuit, the value of capacitor C that makes the current I equal to 0 is. So this current I should be equal to 0. So now tell me one thing. If I calculate the Z equivalent from this point, okay, Z equivalent from this point, and if Z equivalent for what value of Z, first let me ask you, for what value of Z equivalent will the current flowing through this circuit will be 0? That means what? If I redraw the equivalent circuit, it will look something like this. So this is my source. Here we have 10 ohm, here we have J5, and here is my Z equivalent. Okay, this is my Z equivalent and this is I. Now tell me, for what value of Z equivalent will this current be 0? You can see what, this 10 ohm, this J5 ohm and this Z equivalent, they are in series. So if somehow Z equivalent, if it tends to infinity, my current will what? It will go to 0. So somehow if I can turn this Z equivalent to a open circuit, then what will happen? Then current flowing through this branch, it will be 0. So what do you see? What is Z equivalent? Z equivalent is basically J5 parallel with series combination of J5 plus 1 by J omega C, impedance of capacitor. These two are in series and it is in parallel with this. So now I have to solve this. So how am I going to solve? Look, minus J divided by omega is what? 5K. 5K into C. Okay, fine. So now I have to solve this. So this will be J5 into J5 minus J by 5 into 10 to the power 3C divided by J5 plus J5 minus J 5 into 10 to the power 3C. Okay, this is what I have done here. So parallel equivalent. Okay, so now tell me, when will this Z equivalent tend to infinity? When the denominator, it tends to 0. Okay, so equate this to 0. So this is 10J equal to J 5 into 10 to the power 3C. So JJ cancel, C is equal to 1 by 5 into 10 to the power 4. Here they have asked in microfarad. So 100 10 to the power 2. So this comes out to be 20 microfarad. Okay. So very simple question, 20 microfarad is your answer to this question. Okay. So the next question we have is what? In the given circuit, the voltage, for voltage Vy to be 0, the value of beta should be. So what is the value of beta when this this node voltage is 0? Okay, so first let me redraw this circuit. I am redrawing this circuit because I want to explain you people, that is why, or else in examination hall you can directly do what? By seeing in this diagram only, you can apply what? You can apply direct nodal analysis. Okay. So basically in the question what has been asked, for what value of beta this node voltage Vy is equal to 0. Okay, so let me substitute Vy equal to 0, then apply nodal analysis at this Vx point and Vy point. Okay, so first let me apply at this Vx point. So what this come? Vx minus 6 by 1 plus Vx by 4 plus Vx minus Vy. So Vy is equal to 0 by 2 equal to 0. Multiplying both sides by 4, so this will be 4Vx minus 24 plus Vx plus 2Vx equal to 0. Okay, so this is what 7Vx is equal to 24 by 7 volts, equation 1. Now apply nodal analysis at this point. So what it will be? Vy minus Vx by 2. What is this? This is 2 ampere minus 2 ampere, or let me write just 2, minus 2 plus Vy minus beta Vx divided by 3 equal to 0. Okay, so now multiplying both side by 6, so this will be what? This is already 0, so this is minus 3Vx minus 12, this is also 0, so minus 2 beta Vx equal to 0. Now just put the value of Vx and get the value of beta. Okay, so first let me do like this. So this is minus 3 plus 2 beta Vx. Okay, so yes, this is correct. Now let me take this value here. So this is 12 divided by Vx is equal to minus 3 plus 2 beta, or if I put this, 12 by Vx plus 3 into minus half is equal to beta. So let me solve this in the next page. So this Vx is 24 by 7, so which implies 12, 24 into 7 plus 3, and this is minus half. Okay, so this is 2, 7 divided by 2 is 3.5, so 3.5 plus 3 divided by 2 minus 2, so this is 6.5 divided by 2, so this is minus 3.25. So your answer is minus 3.25 for this question. Okay, very simple question, and you can see it, you can solve this question well within 20 to 30 seconds. Okay, I am explaining, so that is why it is taking me time here, but if you are in very good practice, you can solve this question well within 1 minute if you are not in that good practice also. Okay, so the next question we have is a 2-mark MCQ based question. In the circuit, switch S is closed in the circuit, switch S is in the closed position for a very long time. So that means what? T equal to 0 minus, your switch was closed. If the switch is opened at t equal to 0, then ILT in amperes for t greater than 0 is. So first let me draw this circuit at t less than 0 minus, means t less than 0. Okay, so let me calculate the initial value of current for this inductor. So what you see? So this switch is closed. So if this switch is closed, this 4 ohm and this 30 volt, basically this is a practical voltage source. This practical voltage source, it is what? It is your shorted. Okay. So I haven't drawn it here. So this practical voltage source is shorted. Then I have a 1 ohm resistor here and your inductor. Okay, so at steady state your inductor will be short circuit, and this is 1 ohm, this is 10 volt, fine, and this is IL 0 minus. Okay, so what is the value of IL 0 minus? You can see it is 10 ampere, and if IL 0 minus is equal to 10 ampere, that means what? It is equal to IL 0 plus. Okay, fine. So as they have given you option, now check by putting t equal to 0, which of them is 10 ampere at t equal to 0. So if you put here, it is 8, okay, t equal to 0. So this option is incorrect, sorry. Option number B, this is not transient equation. Okay, so directly you can cancel it out. What about this one? 8 plus 2 e to the power minus t. So at t equal to 0, this is 10. So this can be correct. What about D? 10 e to the 1 minus e to the power 2t. So what about this one? This is also 0. So directly you can see at this point only you can mark option C and move to the next answer. Okay, directly when they give you such options in transient, you have this capability to check the initial value or your infinite value or the steady state value. So directly you can see within 10 seconds I am knowing that this will be the answer, as this is RL circuit. Okay, RL circuit, so constant value of inductor current, it will not be there. Okay, so this is a first order RL circuit. Okay, so this will not be there. So directly you can say after this step that C is your correct answer, but we are still going to see if I get this or not. So now at steady state at t equal to infinite, what is the value of what is the value of IL I get? So this switch is opened at t equal to 0. Okay, if it is opened at t equal to 0, so let me redraw this circuit now. At t tends to infinity. Okay, I am drawing. So here I have my IL 1 ohm. This switch is open, so I am not drawing it. So here I have a 10 volt. Here I have 4 ohm. Here I have 30 volt. Okay. So this is 30 volt and this is 1 ohm, and this is what? Current is flowing like this, IL infinite. So what is the value of IL infinite I am getting here? So start writing KVL from here. Okay, if you are not able to see, start writing from here, or I can directly write IL infinite is equal to what? 30 plus 10, so this is 40. Why 40? Because the negative of this 30 volt is connected to the positive. Okay, so that is why. So this is what it is, something like this, connected like this. So this is 30 volt, this is 10 volt. So equivalent will be what? 40 volt. So that is what I have written, divided by equivalent resistance. So that is 5. That comes out to be 8. Okay, 8 is coming out to be your IL infinite. Now you can also check here, if you put t tends to infinity, this will be what? This will be 0, this will be still 10, so you can cancel this. And what about this one? This will be 10, but your answer should be 8. Only in option C you are getting. Okay, so this is also correct. Now only the last thing that is remaining is the calculation of my time constant. Okay, once I get the time constant, I can write the transient equation. Okay, so let me write IL 0 plus is equal to 10 ampere, IL infinite is equal to 8 ampere. Now we are going to calculate what? Time constant. So let me erase all this part. So I need to calculate the time constant, that is basically L divided by R equivalent. I need to calculate R equivalent, so I am calculating from this point. Now what do you see? This, all the independent sources, it will be 0, and this switch is already open. So this 1 ohm and this 4 ohm, basically they are in series. So time constant is what? 0.5 divided by 4 plus 1, so that will be 5. Okay, fine. So 5 divided by 50 or 1 by 10 time constant. Now simply write the transient equation. So that is what? E to the power minus t by tau. Okay, ampere. So just put the value. IL infinite is what? It is 8. This is 10 minus 8 e to the power minus t 1 by 10. So this is 8 plus 2 e to the power minus 10t ampere. Okay. So you are getting the same answer which we have got in 10 seconds from starting this question. Okay. So transient, that is why most of the time usually they don't give options, means NAT type questions they give. But here you can see this was a very free mark question, you can say. Okay, free mark question. Within 10 seconds, if you know just this concept, you can solve this question. Okay. So option C is correct here. So in the next question, the input impedance Z in S for the network shown is asked. Okay. So this is a transformer network. Okay. And they are asking you what is basically the input impedance. Okay. So we need to calculate. So how are you going to do that? So first, let me draw the circuit once again. So we have 4 ohm here, V in, and here we have 5 ohm, this is 6 Henry and this is 4 Henry, and the dot is here. Okay, fine. So now let me assume this is my I1 and this is my I2. Now what do you see? This I1 is entering the dot, this I2 is leaving the dot. So they are in series opposing configuration. Okay, they are in opposing configuration. So now what am I going to do? I am simply going to convert this into S domain. Now let me do what? Let me draw its Laplace equivalent circuit. Okay, S domain circuit. So S domain circuit. So let me assume this is what? This is V1 and this is V2. Okay. So what is V1? V1 is equal to L1 di1 by dt minus, why minus? Because these are in series opposing configuration, M di2 by dt. So if I convert this into S domain, this will be what? V1s is equal to L1s I1s minus ms I2 of s. So put the value of L1, so that is 6s I1 minus m is 1 here, so this will be s I2. Okay, s I2, fine. Now what about V? So V2 is like this. Okay, so V2, you are seeing what? The direction of current is opposite to the polarity I have marked. Okay, so V2 I am going to write what? V2 is equal to minus, why minus? Because it is in the opposite to the direction of current. L2 di2 by dt plus, this should be in opposing. So m d I1 by dt. So if I convert this, this will be what? V2s is equal to minus L2. So minus L2 is minus 4SI2 plus SI1. Okay, plus SI1. Okay. So now we need to draw this. Okay, fine. So this is what? Plus minus V in. This is your I1. This is 4 ohm. And here what is the expression? It is 6s. 6s. And this is, what is this? This is basically a current controlled voltage source. Okay, current controlled voltage source. So this will be minus plus SI2. Okay, minus plus SI2. Now what about V2? So this is your I2. Now what do you see? My impedance here is minus 4s. So now tell me, should I write 4s or minus 4s here? See, you are not going to write minus 4s here. Why? Because already the direction of current, it will take care itself. Okay. So basically what is V2? Tell me. V2 is this voltage you see. So this is plus minus V2. So if you write V2, you are seeing what? The direction of current is opposite to the polarity of V2. So directly it will take care of itself. Don't write minus 4s here. Remember. Okay. So this will be 4s and the current source is plus minus voltage source is plus minus S1. Is this point clear to you people? Look very carefully. This is my plus minus V2. Okay, plus minus V2. Now write the expression of V2 by looking into this circuit. Okay, here we have 5 ohm, fine. So write this expression of V2. So what you see, V2 is equal to, the direction of current is opposite to the polarity. So automatically this will be minus 4SI2 plus SI1. So you can see what? It is same as this expression. Okay. So whatever representation I have done, it is correct according to the KVL. Okay. So don't get confused whether to write 4s or minus 4s. Okay. Minus 4s you are not going to write. You are going to write what? You are going to write plus 4s. Okay. Up to this point everything is clear. So I am erasing this. Now let me do what? Let me copy paste this to next page so it will be easier for me to solve. So now basically we need to find input impedance, which is the ratio of V in by I1. Okay, this is my input impedance from here. Okay, so now let me write KVL in this loop. So this is what? V in is equal to 4I1 plus 6s I1 minus s I2. Okay, equation 1. I need to substitute I2 here in terms of either V in or I1. So from this equation what I get? Let me start writing KVL from here. So that will be minus SI1 plus, why plus? Because 4SI2, this is a passive element. Okay. So 4SI2 plus 5I2 equal to 0. So I2 is equal to what? I2 is equal to S I1 divided by 4S plus 5. Equation 2. Now substitute equation 2 in equation 1. So what do you get? V in is equal to 4 plus 6S I1 minus S square I1 4S plus 5. Okay. So I1 if I take out common, so it will be V in by I1 is equal to, taking LCM, so this will be 24S square plus this will be what, 4S, 16 and 30 plus 46S plus 20 minus S square divided by 4S plus 5. Okay. So this comes out to be 23S square plus 46S plus 20 divided by 4S plus 5. So which option do you see? 23S square. Okay, let me copy paste this. So which option do we see? 23, option A. Okay, option A is your correct. So the only concept that was involved here was this only. Or if you are comfortable, you can directly write from the differential equations also. Okay, differential equations also you can write, no need for drawing this S circuit. So this question will take you around 3 to 4 minutes for solving. Okay, so sometimes students have this confusion. Even if I was a student, I would have this confusion whether to write 4S or minus 4S. Okay, so at that time you write the KVL and check whether the differential equations Laplace transform is the same as the KVL equation from the circuit. Okay, so this was a good question. I will say this was a good question. Now the next question we have here, this is the last question that was asked for electrical branch from circuit theory. What is it? In this given circuit, for maximum power to be delivered to RL, its value should be. Okay, so what should be the value of RL in this circuit? So we know what, this is basically what, we don't know what circuit. RL should be equal to what, as this is a resistive network only. Okay, so this should be under root of RS plus XS square. What is RS? It is the resistance of the source. What is XS? It is basically the reactance of the source. Okay, so basically if I want to draw the equivalent circuit of this, so it should look something like this. So basically from this port I am doing the Thevenin theorem. Okay, Thevenin I am applying. So this will be something VTH and this will be what? This will be ZS and this is what? This is RL. So basically for maximum power to take place, as ZS is in the form of RS plus JXS, so RL should be what? It should be under root of RS square plus XS square. Now we need to find this RS and XS. So how are we going to do? So basically this is what? This is my Thevenin resistance. Okay, Thevenin resistance. So now tell me how are you going to do? So basically if I take Thevenin resistance from this point, what do you see? Independent sources must be 0. Okay, independent sources must be 0. So this is here 2 ohm, this is inductance, so this will be what? J omega L, its impedance will be J omega L. So J into omega, what is omega is given 1K, so that is 10 to the power 3 and here it is 4 millihenry, so 4 into 10 to the power minus 3 and here we have a capacitor, so its impedance will be minus J divided by omega C, omega is 10 to the power 3, C is 0.5 microfarad. Okay, So now you can see what this 2 ohm is in parallel with the series combination of this inductor and capacitor. So let me write what is Zs is equal to 2 ohm parallel with what is this? So this 10 to the power 3, 10 to the power 3 gets cancelled. So this is J4 plus, what about this one? This is minus J, this gets cancelled. So this is minus J2. Okay. Okay, fine. So 2 into J2 divided by 2 plus J2. Now it is up to you how fast can you solve this. So what I will do, I will convert this to polar form. Okay, polar form. So this is J2 divided by 1 plus J. So this is 2 angle of 90. This is what? Root 2 angle 45. So this is what? This is root 2. So this will be root 2 angle of 45 only. Okay, root 2 angle of 45. So basically this is what? This is 1 plus J. Okay, 1 plus J only this is. So now basically what do you see? Zs is 1 plus J. Zs is equal to 1 plus J ohm. Now what will be RLs? It is basically, you can compare now, RS will be, RL will be under root of RS square plus what is excess here? So 1 plus J into 1. So you can see excess is also 1. So 1 square. So this is root 2. So the answer for this question will be 1.414. Okay, 1.414. So this was also a very simple question. You can see they have asked you. Okay. So this was the last question in the circuit theory. I hope you people have understood this session. If you have any doubts, you can post in the comment section below. If you have liked my lecture, then please press the thumbs up and share this with your friends, and kindly subscribe to our channel. Okay. Okay, then see you in the next session. Thank you.